I've got my favourite shirt on this morning. Check that out. Got on board. Good morning. How's it going? This morning I've come to Haweswater in the Far Eastern Lake District. Now there's a very good reason why I've come to Haweswater this morning, and that's because it's very close to my house. It's only about a 20-minute drive away. And that's good for two reasons. Firstly, I got a lie in until 4 o'clock this morning, whereas for the last couple of weekends I've been up at 3 or even yesterday at 2:30. And secondly, it's a location that I know quite well. So if you saw my last video, which I shot at Crummock Water yesterday morning, you'll know that I didn't know the area very well and I was rushing about trying to find a composition, and as a result I think the video suffered. But this, as I say, is a location that I've been to before, that I photographed before. And so hopefully there'll be none of that rushing about, and we'll get a decent image and a better video than yesterday. Now the sun is rising behind you, or at least it was. It's gone behind a cloud now, and what I'm waiting for is for the sun to illuminate the entire ridge that runs from the rig up to Rough Crag and then on to the summit of High Street. Now, because I knew it was going to be a bit of a waiting game today, I bought this rather excellent sort of camping chair, so I can just kick back, relax and wait for it to happen. So nothing's really happening at the minute, and the sun's still behind a load of cloud, and so there's no light falling on the ridge that leads up to High Street. So I'm just sort of sitting here, chilling out. I bought a book to read. I'm reading Nigel by Monty Don. Now, we don't really watch an awful lot of telly these days, but the one thing that we do watch is Gardener's World, because my wife is a gardener. She's a professional gardener. And those of you that also watch it will be aware of Monty's scene-stealing golden retriever Nigel, and this book is all about him. I have to say though, middle age really does creep up on you. I guess while we're waiting for something to happen, I could kind of talk you through the camera settings that I'm using. So I have got a 3-stop hard-edged graduated filter on the front, and I've got the big stopper on. I'm at an aperture of f11, and that's giving me an exposure time of around 80 seconds at the moment. But obviously, once the light hits the ridge, that'll probably come down. Sit rep. Bugger all's going on. This video could very easily turn into one of just a load of B-roll of me standing around. That blanket of cloud that's covering the sun just isn't shifting. I think the photography gods are laughing at me right now. I forgot my breakfast this morning. I'd give my right arm for a cappuccino and one of those nice cinnamon Danish swirly things. Right, so still no sign of that light, but the sun's up now, fully, and there's enough ambient light that's been very diffused, albeit by the clouds. There's enough ambient light that the exposure's starting to balance now between the sky and the land. Now this is conditions that I quite like. I quite like this soft light. Now I can always kind of boost the contrast, work with the contrast in Lightroom to create a bit more detail in some of the ridges and the trees and what have you. But these are actually conditions that I quite like and that kind of favour my kind of style of photography. So hopefully I might get something that I can use here. Finally, we're getting some light on there now, and it's just the scene is changing all the time. So I'm just snapping away. Haven't changed my composition. I'm just changing my filters. So I'm now on a soft edge grad rather than the hard edge grad, so I can pull it down further. I'm just changing the exposures, the shutter speed. Hopefully, somewhere in there is going to be a half decent shot. Okay, the grad's off now. Taking the grad off. I've got the polarizer on there. We've got the whole ridge now lit up. I'm still working with some long exposures, but I'm out of bulb mode because we're down below 30 seconds. And I'm bracketing so I can blend together in Lightroom later. And my middle exposure is about 15 seconds. Right, well I think I've got the shot that I came for. In fact I've got a couple of shots. They're the same composition, but it'll be interesting to see the difference that the lighting makes in the images. I've had an absolute blast this morning. I've really enjoyed myself. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. As usual, like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching. Until next time, take it easy.